God be with you.
Greetings to you, friend.
I'm ready to set out, Captain.
Great. Now stick close to us, lad, and don't go wandering off.
All right, Captain.
Headed towards us. They had to pass through Troskowitz.
Right, sir. You keep up with us, son. Troskowitz ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry, soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
I don't know, sir. I'm not sure it's a good idea.
Well, lad, that's tough. Since no one cares much what you think right now, there's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
So, we're here. Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Samine. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on a mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
Sword?
Don't get ahead of yourself, laddie. A sword belongs in noble hands. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Save the thanks, and get your arse into the pen.
So, young'un, are you ready?
All right, let's do it.
Oh, no, you don't. Sucker. I need a bandage.
Come here, son.
There. That's better.
Come here, son. What do you say, son?
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he's saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry no shield.
True enough.
Thank you.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. And you're pretty handy, youngster. You should come to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the sword.
I call it the art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Sameen. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Karlstein, it's the performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trosky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn. There's no helping a dead anyway.
That's nice advice, sir. Only women will tie you down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world. You're doing the right thing. Oh well. So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
As you wish, sir.
Good to see you.
Greetings, Master Guard.
God be with you. What would you like?
I'd like to apologise for that brawl. Lord Capon is a bit hot-headed.
That capon of yours is a puffed-up fool, more to the point. But that was some punch, I'll give him that. And you fought like a lion and all. We outnumbered you, but we still had our work cut out.
But you were better. If they hadn't dragged us apart, we wouldn't have stood a chance.
Aye, but you wouldn't avoid the stocks even so. People in the village don't like strangers, and my father is no different. In any case, as far as the two of us are concerned, it's all water under the bridge, right?
Right.
You can see I'm not some idiot, can't you? I just don't like haughty fuckers. And you aren't one, are you?
I hope not.
I'm sure you aren't. You're a good lad. I can tell. And a good brawler as well. If you ever want a proper workout and some fisticuffs, Lawrence the Gelioff innkeeper is your man. Farewell, my friend.
Greetings, lad. What brings you here?
Show me your wares.
Oh, well. What can you do?
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin. While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff. That kind of talk can stir things up.
You're right, of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand.
Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yitchin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum! Let's hurry! To Yitchin!
Sir, I can send a message to the Itchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between life and listening to that, I'll take Yitchin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way, the Three Cats. We can spend the night there. Oh,
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir, if they'll let the two of us set foot inside the door.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin. They could have turned off somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Christ, wounds!
Give over
Watch out with that horse!
I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then. So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, Gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir, but don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go. Good to see you.
Greetings.
You have a kind master, eh?
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
Did you see a cart drive through here by any chance?
All the time, friend, from Truskovich to Yitchin and back. Sometimes even a slow cart with a dead body.
I'm looking for a cart loaded with goods from the blacksmith. Probably moving fast.
Now that you mention it, I do recall something of the like. They even dropped a sack of charcoal. When you go out of the cemetery onto the road, you should see it right there on the right-hand side. Farewell, my friend.
We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these parts.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's the change in the economical situation, sir. The burghers have more rights, and they make smart use of them. They put their coin to work for them. They've got shops, baths, inns, mills, while the nobles sit waiting until Jack from Backwater Hamlet brings them 3 groschen in taxes on St. Gallus's Day.
You're right there. Only Jack hasn't even got 3 groschen these days. None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one, not Wenceslas or Sigismund. Oh, anywhere that's not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives. eating you out of house and home.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar, right enough. Where the hell could that cart have vanished to?
Well, that's just it. They had nowhere to turn off.
I'll look up the road a bit. And you, Henry, have a look back along the road. Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
Blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey! I found the blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Excuse me.
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith's cart.
And someone went to a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old young milker would only break a leg there. And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you, they got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage round here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Ah, Apollonia. I
Apollonia.
spent a lot of time running around
Marika
here
was
with
headed
young
somewhere around here.
Oh,
I
not
could have the
me.
dog sniff for a
Mate
scarf.
always gave me the
Maybe he'll
shivers.
lead me somewhere.
God's truth, I ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my leg stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear. It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Samine was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why's that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the ropemaker's wife as a nanny when you were little. Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white ladies. Every night, we'd gather by the hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories. I'll tell you, Captain, there isn't much I'm afraid of. But when that blind old crone was croaking her tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the windows, and the whirring of the spinning wheel...
It's true about them devils.
Listen.
I do. There's somebody there.
Let's get closer.
You see hexes everywhere. It ain't that strange. If my uncle had a bear like that, he'd try a different colour.
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it. And so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there. We only have to go back a bit, and we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there, too.
I could do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
He's a drunken old fool. can't even quote one psalm.
Don't you think you have a better nickname than Stumble? Hey, it ain't his fault. What's wrong with his legs?
What's wrong with his legs is they can't stay away from the tavern.
You two don't know the truth from an hole in the ground. Stumble was a priest. He showed me holy pictures and taught me a lot.
Aye, Stumble was a priest. Pigs can fly. And
Those
Gauze's
definitely
name
aren't the
is
blacksmith's
really
hands.
Sophie.
For a wench, he's got a miserable pair of tits on him. You don't say. You really saw that?
I'm not kidding. Honest. Tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking you.
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't avoid a fight. I hope you're ready, Henry.
Of course. We'll smash them to smithereens, and in the evening, we'll drink a toast from their skulls. Ha-ha!
Hold your horses, son. Keep some of that piss and vinegar for the fight. You might have whipped me in that pig pen, but this is a different matter.
So, how are we gonna do it? Do you just want to charge them, sir?
What else do you suggest?
Someone could go back up top and try to take one of them down with an arrow before we charge them. There's a good view of the camp from up there.
Good idea, Henry. And I see you're equipped for it too. Climb up top, and as soon as you shoot the first time, we'll charge them. And make sure you don't hit one of us.
Right you are, Captain.
Trying to tell a story for amusement, not listen to your supposedly educated claptrap.
Supposedly. Have you forgotten? I was ordained, you ignoramus.
For fuck's sake, you was never ordained, Honza.
I was. Stumble did it. In the forest chapel by Vodirab.
Like fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your...
Now you're going to get it. Slice him up. Gang it up. One man. Cowards. Back up. Ain't that enough yet? Hey, I need a hand here. What's the hold-up, damn it? What's the hold-up, damn it?
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no mistake.
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here, and none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
Shouldn't we send for reinforcements?
Who would we send for? By the time we return, the bastards will be gone along with my goods.
Don't worry, lad. This scum is no match for us.
I am. Let's go.
I thought we had everything clear, then, sir. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Make no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts. Get ready, Gnarly. We are going to parley.
Like that time with the Shani, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
What, me?
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
Ahem, gentlemen. I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods. But I'll take them back now. Just hand them over, and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Samin, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. As long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
What are you gaping at? At them!
At them!
You, whoreson!
Another man!
With him. You're going to fuck with us!
Pulp, fucker!
Hey, I need a hand here.
Slice him up!
Dick!
Take that, you shit!
Nice strike! That weakling was useless. They got what they deserved, the fuckers. Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
Decide what to do with you.
What now?
One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
That's why I do what I do.
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on my hands. Besides, you're the one who's supposed to keep watch.
I'll go and track him then.
Great, hurry.
But I can see lots of crows that will enjoy feasting on you.
Don't be rash, sir. You don't want bad things said about your family.
Crows can't talk.
You never know.
Look what I have for you.
I ain't done nothing, I swear. It was Vincent.
Here, Matt. Search. Oh my. Someone must have walked this way badly injured.
You cannot leave me alone in this.
Marika! You must be Marika.
I? Did Odette send you? I was hoping he would not find me so quickly. Well, at least he sent you and not my prala. They would not even bother talking.
Your brothers? Why would they not bother talking?
They take after Dad. At least Geza. He's hot-blooded.
The Voivod's worried about you. He sent me to find you.
Worried? Now he worry about me. You don't know anything, do you?
What should I know?
Yes, that sounds like Dad.
So tell me what happened.
I ran away. That happened. My father wanted revenge for the insult to his honor, so my prala went after poor Bohush.
Who insulted his honor?
The villagers! When me and Bohush start courting, Dad sent a messenger to village, saying there must be wedding or Bohush will pay.
The Voivod himself wanted you to get married.
That is what we do. When a chavo and a chai start something, the chavo, man, must marry the girl.
So you ran away from the wedding?
Well, Bohush would not be against it, but we were in the forest at the time. And his mother and village people laughed at the messenger, sent him back with insults and torture. Voivod get mad and my prala too. They found poor Bohush to vent their anger, then left him in the forest. Lucky I found him and took care of him. You probably know the rest.
That's not what the Voivod told me.
I think he's ashamed how far it has gone. His honor will not let him do anything. He's a hothead sometimes.
Why don't you go back and explain it to them?
Once red flows, it is hard to stop the cycle. The people from Semin want to rid of the camp. The Voivod would like to punish all those he thinks have disgraced his chai. And he never asked me how it is really. As if men should work it out between themselves, and a girl like me should shut up and wait to see what happens. No, I will not go back alone.
What now? You can't hide here forever. Bohush doesn't look too good, either.
He would surely have relief for at least a while if he got something to ease the pain. Can you please go and see my mother at the camp? She might be able to help. She knows herbs.
All right. I'll go to the camp and ask your ma for advice.
I need amulet from Dad. It is Chohahuno, magical. It protects anyone who wears it around neck. If Dad give it to me, I will come back. with Bohush.
Do you think he'll go for it? If you let your brothers do this to Bahush, why would he help him all of a sudden?
He'd do it for me. If you get the amulet for me, I will reward you. Do not worry, I did not go from home with nothing. But Dad must hand it over willingly, or it will lose its protective power. Best if he bring it to me himself.
Well, I can try, but no promises. It's all pretty tangled up now. I found this scarf in the camp. I think it's yours.
Aye, that's my favorite. Bohush gave it to me. Thank you.
Come here. Heel. Here you go. Take it. Come here.
What would you like?
This place used to be a quarry.
No, it was the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Of course it was a bloody quarry. This is where the stone for the entire castle was mined. Once the castle was completed, the mining stopped. But that was a long time ago. There's nothing left of those days. Just that old loony who keeps getting in our way.
When did they start building Trotsky?
Oh, I was but a babe when they started building the castle. The land still belonged to Sir Vincent of Wartenberg.
What loony were you talking about?
Well, I heard he was a stonemason at the quarry. The rumour around the village is he and his friends saved their pay for God knows what, but something went wrong. The one who knew where the coin was hidden fell off the top of the quarry and was dead on the spot. Since then, the other fella's been sleeping in a nearby dilapidated shack and coming here every day to look for the silver. He's gone completely insane. Batty old fool. You can't even reason with him.
Show me your wares.
Oh well, what can you do? Farewell then.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy? What was that sound? Hail, good man. Want to warm up a little?
Greetings, sweet maiden.
A nag like this couldn't have cost more than 10 groschen and a stale loaf of bread.
How are you faring, girl?
Well, you know how it is. We minstrels are always on the move. Times are lean and folk need a laugh.
You're not wrong. The poorer people get, the more they drink and sin, and laugh while they're at it.
The poor man sins, the noble sins twice, but the monk and priest are the masters of vice.
What's your name, minstrel girl?
They call me Dancer, but I go by many other names.
And can I hear them?
If you come by after a show, maybe I'll let you give me one yourself, handsome. But now, alas, there's no time to perform. We have to leave here in all haste.
Why the rush?
Our tricks and jests rubbed some respectable old farts up the wrong way at the town hall. Our tomcat entertained the bailiff's wife, in the hay, and he caught them in the act.
I bet he didn't find it funny, did he? And they say there's no place for sin anymore.
Indeed. The bailiff don't take to his pizzle being yanked.
I'm afraid it is time to part, minstrel girl.
Farewell, handsome. Maybe our paths will cross again.
Ave Maria.
I'm sorry.
Sir, how did it end up with that missing cart?
Sorry, lad, but I don't have time to chat. Go and ask Gnarly if you're interested. He'll tell you everything. Till we meet again.
Of course he has. Who knows if he'll come? He's always off travelling, and not even here half the time.
You can't hold that against him.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, excuse me.
Bandits and thieves running rampant across his land. It would be better
Oh, what a nice day.
Of course. We should drink to his health. Hasn't been anyway.
Aye, almost
Christ! Pardon me.
Good to see you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not bad, so far.
And he's always threatening to leave everything to the church if I don't go and see him.
Aye, once old folks start getting soft in the head, it's bad news.
Exactly.
Captain, I'd like to ask how things went with your mission.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're interested. Where the hell did you get to, you blockhead?
I can't tell you where I was. I mean, I don't know. I got lost.
You got a problem with your eyes, son?
No, just... I get a bit confused sometimes.
So I see. How in God's name could you get lost?
It just happened. Anyway, I'd like to know whether you found that cart.
We found it, along with those two hands.
I see. And what actually happened?
It turned out them hired hands of Radovans had ideas of their own. They made a deal with some robber baron by the name of Gules to take the cart to him with the goods. And they didn't cheat only Radovan. They tried it on Gules, too. Wanted to keep the loot for themselves. Only he caught them.
And you found all the goods?
More or less. You can tell Radovan he won't be seeing his hands again. I reckon that young fella was innocent in it. So we kept him to work off his debt. And that older one's decorating an alder tree near the road here.
Ah. All right. I'll tell him.
And next time Lord Sameen gives you a job, do what you're told, so's I don't have to teach you a lesson.
I will, Captain.
Take care. Have a good evening.
My God.
You silly doggy.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings.
You shouldn't be walking a Christ, pardon me.
shouldn't be walking around without a light.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to ask at Semin, like you wanted. Lord Semin and his captain went off to track down the cart, and they found it in the end.
I hope you offered your help.
Of course. It wouldn't have looked good otherwise.
For sure. But what about them pair?
They hanged Venser and kept Franzi as a hand. Seems like he was innocent.
God's nails, I don't know. That Franzi had a sneaky look about him. I'd be very surprised if he wasn't in on it from the start.
I think they'd have knocked the truth out of him.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble. I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz. What do you think of her?
I haven't seen Agnes. Is she pretty?
Pretty doesn't do her justice. She's a beauty. But she's got such a sharp tongue on her that I don't envy older at all. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
No, Master Blacksmith. There's no one waiting to drag me to the altar in irons.
Good for you, lad. Have your fun while you can. No need to hurry. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble-born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
You don't want me to steal that sword, do you?
God's nails. Don't annoy me, youngster. This is a serious matter. A good blade must be flexible, but not brittle. The best blades are made from welded steel.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition, but that's all I know.
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia, but you'll have to ask the Truscovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the Hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Truscovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the Hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation. Farewell.
Greetings to you.
Have you lost something?
Quite the opposite, my friend. I am finding something. Treasure, to be exact, if it matters to you.
Treasure? Where is it?
I don't know yet, but this map here says it should be somewhere around here. At least I hope so.
Maybe I could look at the map? I might be able to help you.
Well, I am a bit stumped. I need all the advice I can get, but you'll give it back, understand?
Of course. Don't worry.
Give it to me. So, what's it gonna be?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, you've been deceived.
What?
This is no map. I've seen a fair few in my time, and this is just a bunch of scribbles.
What? But how can you tell?
Well, I thought it was odd just from the parchment it was scrawled on. It's very delicate, and the lines... It looks like no map I've ever seen. Sorry.
Fuck. You might as well keep it then.
Aye, aye, you silly doggy. You silly mutt. Look what I have for you.
Heal!
Here you go. Take it.
Greetings.
I found your daughter, Marika. She sent me to you.
Thank God. And how is she, my girl?
She's hiding out with her sweetheart, Bahush. She's all right, but he's in a bad way.
Oh, my poor Marika. She's stubborn like her father, or she would come back to us.
She asked me to get something from you that would help him. He's delirious with fever, and his wounds are starting to fester.
If she sends a message home, it must be really bad for them. I will give you something. You want marigold and some clean bandages. But if the wounds are deep, you also need to bring them comfrey. But I do not have any now. Here you are. Take it all to Marika. And give her my blessings. Tell her I miss her and I am sorry about the whole thing. And that I, Aranka, do not blame her for anything.
I'll have a look at your wares.
Pleasure doing business. God be with you.
God be with you. What would you like?
I challenge you to a duel.
Good. You have a sword?
I do.
Then pull it out. You can only perform a master strike with a sword. If I'm to teach you, you'll have to defeat me with it first.
I challenge you to a duel.
Good.
Shall we begin?
Let's begin. Defend yourself. Watch and learn. Go fuck yourself!
So, do you think I have what it takes?
All right. You deserve to be taught the Master Strike. Here's a training sword so he won't get hurt.
Let's get to it.
The pinnacle of swordsmanship are so-called Master Strikes. You can only perform a technique like that with a sword, no matter if it's short or long, or if you're using a shield. What you do need is a blade and a guard that protects your hands. Master Strike is a technique that allows you to counter an opponent's attack with your own. A swordsman that can learn such a technique is undefeatable. Let me show you. Attack me from the right. Surprise? Now you try. Master Strikes are what elevates the swords above other weapons, and there is no defense against them. You've learned how to parry your opponent's attack with a properly timed block, but this time, you attack instead of blocking. Timing and direction are everything. Hit your opponent at the right time and from the right angle. I'll attack slowly from above. You take up position with your sword below and strike against my attack. But enough talk. Come and try it yourself. That's not it. You have to attack me too. All right, let's try it once more. But this time, I'll attack from the side. Now pay attention. If I hold my sword to the left, put yours to the right. If I'm on the right, get ready on the left. Master Strike works only with an opposite strike. Otherwise, it's the same. You strike when I begin my attack. Ready?
Always.
No! You need to attack, too! Snap out of it. Good. Again. That's the way. You're getting the hang of it. Now let's try it for real. I'll fight you normally, and you have to pay attention to which direction I'm attacking from. Then attack from the opposite side.
I understand. Let's start.
Not like that. You were supposed to counterattack from the opposite side when I started attacking. You're getting the hang of it. Again. Not like that. You were supposed to counterattack from the opposite side when I started attacking. Beautiful. Try it again. Here's a few more tips. If your opponent knows how to perform a Master Strike, don't give them an opportunity to use it. Try not to attack from the opposite side. Now for the most important part. You can use a Master Strike to defend against an opponent's riposte. After a perfect block, your positions are always set. Your opponent knocks your sword to the left, then attacks with a riposte to the right. Until that point, you could only defend yourself with a perfect block. Now you can surprise your opponent with a Master Strike that he hasn't a hope of blocking. Understand?
That's too much information at once.
All right. I'll try to summarize the most important parts. Try getting your opponent into a position in which you can use the Master Strike. Do your best to avoid being put in such a position yourself. Watch the position of your sword and use it to decide which technique to use. Better?
Well, we'll see.
Now, it's up to you to learn how to use the Master Strike in combat.
I'll do my best. Thanks, Tomcat.
Servus, sartu ke jau.
Sick!
God grant you health.
Na most már elég.
A fejére menj! Gyerünk, kis szemetek!
Ez gyors lesz. Egy kéz nem kéz. Mac! Marról támadj!